Each of the brothers and sisters who appear in this chapter, all teenagers or adults, has experienced the sorrow of the death of a sibling. Chapters on the special problems of younger children who have suffered the loss of a sibling will appear later. As we move on in the book, we will read about the ways they have coped with their grief. But first, let the bereaved tell us what happened to change their lives so dramatically. 18-year-old Allison Heitner sat by herself in the office where just the day before she had started a summer job. On her first day of work, her boss's brother had been killed in a motorcycle accident. Now, all alone, with no one else in the office, Allison began to reflect on the telephone call she had received the night before from her younger sister, Leslie, who was in a hospital for treatment. "I can't wait to see you tomorrow," Leslie had said. "Tell Mommy to bring lots of pizza when she comes. I love you, Allison. See you tomorrow." Thinking of that phone call, Allison decided that instead of waiting until evening to wish her sister a happy birthday, she would call the hospital right now. The nurse who answered said, "Leslie is in a group therapy meeting and can't come to the phone." Allison wasn't concerned. The telephone setup in the hospital was like that of a shared phone line in a school dormitory, and she had received similar replies on previous occasions. Allison then called her mother at her place of work to make the final arrangements for the birthday visit to Leslie, but was told her mother had to leave to go to the hospital. That's strange, Allison thought. We usually go there during visiting hours. Concerned, Allison called home, and when her brother answered, she asked, "Why did Mommy go to the hospital?" Her brother nervously answered, "I can't tell you. I can't tell you." Growing more concerned, Allison called the hospital again. Here she continues with the story of what happened next. This time, a kid answered the phone. I asked, "May I speak to Leslie Heitner, please?" And the boy said to me, "Leslie Heitner drowned in the bathtub this morning." Annoyed, I replied, "What are you talking about? Please put an adult on the phone." When Leslie had first been put in that place, I knew that some of its people were probably sickies. I tried at first to be sympathetic to them and thought, oh, all of these kids are normal. They've just had nervous breakdowns and all have had one problem or another. That's why when the kid who answered the phone said my sister had drowned, I tried to be tolerant, even though I was outraged at his comment and thought, he must really be a sickie. So I insisted, "Please put a nurse on the phone." Finally, a nurse came to the phone and I asked, "May I speak to Leslie Heitner?" Her reply was shocking. "I'm very sorry to tell you, but Leslie Heitner was drowned in the bathtub this morning." I was at work, all alone, in the middle of New York City, and all the nurse said was, "I'm sorry. I know how you feel." As I hung up the phone, my immediate reaction was, "Oh no, you do not know how I feel. You most certainly do not know how I feel." Allison, thinking back on the events that led her sister to that hospital and to her death, went on. My sister and I were only 10 months apart, and we were inseparable. Everyone took us for twins. She was very sociable and had a lot of friends. But in her last year of high school, she started to take up yoga as a hobby. She didn't go to yoga class. Instead, she started to borrow from the library a number of books on spiritual at-oneness and being one with yourself. She read every one of them. Then suddenly, she became a different person. She went from going to parties, having fun, and visiting me at school, to saying things such as, "You know, everyone in this town is materialistic. I'm reading these books, and the crucial thing is to find your spiritual self." Then she would add, "The most important thing really is the afterlife and not being concerned in this life with money or pretty makeup or such things." Before that, Leslie had been concerned with money and the things it can buy, such as clothes and cosmetics, like a normal teenager. She began to say such things as, "Everybody here is superficial. The world is a mess because people don't even know what real life is all about."
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.